Hey everyone, welcome back to HeckyFish. It's great to see you again. NASA's $10 billion James Webb Space Telescope is one of the most sophisticated scientific instruments in human history. It excels at two things better than any device ever created: discovering the earliest galaxies in the universe and breaking its own records. Recently, it achieved both of those feats at the same time by detecting an ancient galaxy that existed only 280 million years after the Big Bang, a discovery scientists are calling a cosmic miracle. In an unpublished preprint released on May 23rd on the online arXiv Air 14, a research team led by Rohan Naidu announced the discovery of a galaxy named MOM Z14. This galaxy is currently the most distant object ever confirmed by spectroscopic methods, pushing the observable frontier back to just 280 million years after the Big Bang. At present, MOM Z14 is the oldest and farthest known celestial object known to humanity. It existed when the universe was only about 280 million years old. To help you visualize this, bowfin fish, a prehistoric fish still alive today, have existed on Earth longer than the time since that galaxy formed. In other words, we are getting incredibly close to the origin of a universe. Since becoming operational in 2022, the James Webb Space Telescope has been exceptionally successful at detecting high redshift galaxies. To understand this, let's look at the visible light spectrum that the human eye can see. Moving toward red means longer wavelengths. Toward blue means shorter wavelengths. Our universe is expanding at an accelerating rate. From Earth's perspective, galaxies are moving away from us at speed proportional to their distance. The farther they are, the faster they recede. This is explained by the Doppler effect. When a light source moves away from the observer, each wave cycle is emitted from a point farther than the last, stretching the light toward longer wavelengths or the red part of the spectrum. This phenomenon is known as redshift, denoted by the symbol Z, and calculated using the formula Z equals lambda backslash underscore observed, lambda backslash underscore emitted, slash lambda backslash underscore emitted, where asterisk lambda backslash underscore observed is the wavelength detected on Earth. Asterisk lambda backslash underscore emitted is the original wavelength emitted by the object. From this, we understand the more distant and ancient a galaxy is, the more stretched its light becomes and the greater its redshift. Redshift is effectively a measure of both time and distance. Astronomers can plug the Z value into a cosmological model to calculate the age and distance of a given celestial object. For example, if we input Z equals 14.44, the value of MOM Z14, into an online cosmology calculator and assume a flat universe, we find, asked is the age of the universe when the light was emitted, 287 million years. Asterisk the light travel time to reach James Webb, 13.434 billion years. Asterisk the comoving distance, adjusting for expansion, 33.951 billion light years. Asterisk note, these values can vary depending on model parameters. Asterisk. Before MOM Z14, the previous record holder was JWST Z13-0, a galaxy that existed 300 million years after the Big Bang. Z14 breaks that record by about 20 million years. However, the real surprise isn't just this new record. It's that James Webb wasn't expected to find any galaxies at that time in the universe. In fact, Webb has discovered over 100 relatively bright galaxies in the early universe, far more than predicted by previous models. This shocked scientists because those models didn't anticipate such brightness or abundance in that cosmic era. That doesn't mean the universe is broken or that physical laws have been violated. It simply suggests our models of early galaxy formation need adjustment, because reality appears to differ. Despite its immense brightness, MOM Z14 is quite small, only about 240 light-years across, which is about 400 times smaller than our Milky Way. And yet, its light was powerful enough to reach James Webb after 13.5 billion years. This suggests that MOM Z14 is packed with young, hot, and massive stars emitting intense energy, not mature, stable stars. In other words, astronomers caught this galaxy in a burst of rapid star formation. 13.5 billion years ago, MOM Z14 had a mass comparable to the Small Magellanic Cloud, a dwarf galaxy orbiting the Milky Way. Spectral analysis of its light reveals strong and unusual emission lines, which occur when atoms are energized and emit light at specific wavelengths. These strong lines indicate large amounts of ionized gas, likely caused by intense ultraviolet radiation from young stars. The researchers also detected emission lines of nitrogen and carbon, which are not expected in such early galaxies. That's because, in the earliest stages of the universe, only the two lightest elements existed, hydrogen and helium. Heavier elements like carbon, nitrogen, and iron are produced in the cores of stars and released during supernova explosions. If Z14 contains nitrogen and carbon, it means previous generations of stars must have already existed, and even older galaxies made purely of hydrogen and helium are still undiscovered. So the so-called asterisk mother of all galaxies asterisk may actually be a daughter or even a granddaughter of truly primordial galaxies that came before it. There's more. The emission spectrum suggests Z14 has a higher nitrogen to carbon ratio, similar to globular clusters in our Milky Way. Globular clusters are ancient, tightly bound groups of thousands to millions of stars, considered relics of the early universe. This similarity suggests that early star formation may have occurred in ways not so different from what we observe today. To summarize, although Z14 might only briefly hold the title mother of all galaxies before another, even older one is found by James Webb, the fact remains, we are getting incredibly close to the true origin of the universe. What are your thoughts on Z14, the possible matriarch of all galaxies? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like and share this video to support VF, and subscribe to our channel. Tap the bell icon so you're the first to see our new content. That's all for now. Goodbye and see you next time.